Hi and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela and I enjoy various crafts, but lately I've been enjoying knitting a lot. And today, on today's episode, today is January 3rd, 2026. Sounds so weird even to say it. It's something. And my biggest resolution, I used to do quite a few every year, writing a list of the things that I really want to work on in the upcoming year, and mostly losing track of it after a while. But this year I only have one resolution, and that is slowing down and just stop being so hard on myself, stop trying to be perfect, and just enjoying the process, and stop trying to do everything. And that kind of leads into me feeling overwhelmed. I naturally suffer from anxiety, so I get overwhelmed quite easily, even if I think maybe not necessarily easily. I do put quite a bit of things on my plate. And in 2026, I really want to take one thing at a time, slow down, and stop trying to do everything that I would like to do at once. And how about you? Please do share your New Year's resolutions if you have any, and or your 2026 biggest goals. I would love to hear them. Before I dive into this episode, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has subscribed, liked, or commented on my videos. I feel incredibly grateful for your time and for your feedback. Please do let me know if there is anything that you want to know, if you have any questions, if I should work on something better. I know in my last video there was a lot of It irritated me personally while I was editing the video, so I know that I need to work on that, and I'm sorry about that. Anywho, in today's video, I would like to share 2/3 finished projects. I do have a couple of acquisitions, and I would like to share some of the books, or these are all the books that I have read in 2025. And in the upcoming video, also, I will like to announce the winner of my tiny little humble giveaway from the last video. If you have seen it, all you had to do is just comment with your favorite Christmas movie. And yeah, let's dive into the project. So I did share my cowl last time, but this is what it looks like after I blocked it. I'm sorry, here. After I blocked it, and I will insert a video of me wearing it. So my idea behind this cowl, I did design this cowl myself. I used 150 grams of superwash merino bulky weight yarn from Joann's. I'm not sure you can find it anywhere anymore unless somebody is destashing it. Excuse me. And my thought process behind this cowl was that I wanted something that would really stay close to my neck when I go outside on my walks, because here in Colorado where I live, we have quite a bit of wind quite often, and I don't like cold air on my neck. So this was the idea, just folding it in with the tighter part and having just this decorative outer part on the outside. And I will insert a video. Sorry. I'm surprised I still have hair on my head with how much I find around the house, honestly. And next project that I have finished is my camisole number 4 from my favorite things knitwear. So what I wanted to see is how far I can get with one full skein of 100 grams of fingering weight yarn. And this is it. Again, I will insert video of me wearing it. My idea was having some underlayers for the winter, some cozy, warm underlayers. This is 100% superwash merino. And I think that the length, me personally, I would like it just a tad longer, but this will do. It's not cropped in any way. I think it just touches the top of my hip bones, which is perfect to just tuck it in into a pants. And I had to sew the back straps together because, and she says that in the pattern to be careful that the straps delongate after blocking. She calls for, I believe, still fingering weight yarn, but she calls for the silk from Knitting for Olive, pure silk, I think, yarn. Either way, I did make these shorter. So I made one already in the summer with 100% cotton. And I do believe that I made the straps about 29 centimeters. I'll tell you. Let's see. Yes, I did make them 29 centimeters. So I opted for 26 with the superwash merino. Anyway, they are 26 if they're laying down, but because the top has little weight to it, they stretch when you wear them to like 31, which is crazy. And so crossing them in the back like this makes it just perfect. And like I said before, I will insert a video of me wearing it so you can see how it looks. And this yarn, really like it. This yarn I have bought in Georgetown. It is Knit Pro yarn. This is all I have left from the 100 gram skein. And I will also insert the picture or a video of how the skein looked before I wind up the cake. So this is the yarn. And it was 75% extra fine merino, 25% polyamide. So it is sock yarn, I believe. It's hand dyed. Let me see. It was 438 yards. And I love this pattern, and I do believe because I love wearing undershirts or undertops, pink tops, camisoles in the winter. I do believe I will make more of these for sure. Love it. It's super soft. I love the colors. It's like a peachy and a light turquoise color. So that's another one of my, and I also changed the bottom, the bind off. So she only calls for regular bind off and keep it a little looser. But what I did, I used a little bit more of a stretchy bind off, which I have learned a while back when I did my first shawl, and she called, or she taught in that video, a bind off that it's a little bit more stretchy. So practically you work 2 stitches, then you take them back on your needle and you knit them together. And then you work 1 more stitch, you put them back on your needle and you knit them together. You work another stitch. So you're adding 1 stitch at a time. It consumes quite a bit of yarn because you pretty much work in every stitch 2 or 3 times, but it's well worth it. It didn't flare out per se, so it's nice, but it is also super stretchy, and that's what I like. I did the mistake when I worked on one of my summer shirts this year to do just a regular bind off, and that was a cotton yarn which doesn't have any give to it at all, and it ended up being a little tight. So I think I have to unwind the bind off and do it again on that one. Okay, and my third finished project, so proud of myself. I was starting to feel a little overwhelmed of how many projects I had on my needles. And I shared in my last video that going forward, I think I want to limit my number of projects to like 4. I would like to do a blanket, a shawl, an accessory, either mittens, gloves, hat, headband. I would add socks to this category, maybe a knitted bag if I ever do one, and 1 garment. And I'm almost down to 1 garment. I'll tell you in just a little bit. So here are my Ariose socks. Finally, I have casted these on in August, and they're finally finished. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and all the patterns that I have mentioned, I would add them down into the description box. I very much enjoyed the lace. So much. It's a gorgeous, delicate lace, and let me see if I can find it. I made a mistake on one of these socks. I made 1 less yarn over. I think it's a good sign that I'm having a hard time finding it, isn't it? Okay, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It's missing one of the holes. Either way, I have found out throughout the year I knitted, I think this is my 3rd pair of socks this year. And if you have seen any of my old videos, I have just recently, pretty much this year, picked up knitting again after many years. Excuse me, I do feel like I'm getting a little bit sick. I got a little bit of a dry cough coming for some reason. Quite annoying. Anyway, with the 3 pair of socks that I have knitted this year, I have found out how I like to knit socks, and that is from toe up. These are made cuff down, and this is the 2nd pair of socks that I have knitted cuff down. And I also have found out that I really love a shadow wrap heel, and I will add the video that I have used to learn how to make a shadow wrap heel. And in this pattern, in the Ariose socks, she ends up in, so I like the shadow wrap heel to go down to 10 stitches and the toe the same. But when she ended up with 10 stitches, which would be 10 on top and 10 on the bottom, which would be 20 in total, she kept going for 2 more rows of decreases, I believe, and I didn't like that as much. I feel like the toe ends up being a little bit too pointy, and the way my foot is, it fits better if it's up to a 10, or you end up with 20 stitches and then you finish. And the yarn that I have used for these was thrifted yarn. It was 2 bowls of 50 grams. It's this one right here. It's a really good deal. It was $2 per ball of yarn. I think it's a little thicker fingering weight yarn or really thin sports weight yarn, somewhere in between. I use 2.5 millimeter needles. I like DPNs for socks, and this is 46% bamboo, 43% wool, and 11% nylon. And with that finished project, it leaves me with just 2 WIPS, active WIPS. I do have 2 WIPS from the summer. They're hibernating over the winter, and I'll pick them up again sometime in the spring. I also have few projects that need repairs, if you want to call it that way. So my long socks that I finished, my stripy socks, they need a couple more stripes, so I need to add that. Then I have one bandana that I have ran out of yarn this summer, and then I ordered some more yarn, but then I didn't get back to it, so I need to finish that. And my camisole number 4, the one that I did for summer, that it's in cotton, I bind off. I did finish that top thinking that was all the yarn that I had, but then when I was going through my stash and reorganizing, I found another ball, which is super exciting. And I will add more length to that one. So, but my 2 active WIPs that I am working on right now, one of them is my Aster sweater, and I put the body on hold. This is the body, and I have heavily modified this pattern, and I will share everything about it once the sweater is finished, because I'm still trying to figure some things out myself. I did cast on one of the sleeves because I wanted to see how much yarn I will have left. I already frocked some of it once, and I am modifying this one quite a bit too, because I did the armholes on the body a little deeper, so I had to add more stitches for the sleeves too, so the hole would be the same width as the sleeve. And I will frog this again because I am doing the decreases. I am using completely different yarn, which also messes with things. Just the thickness might be the same. This is worsted weight yarn, and the pattern calls for drops air, which should be also worsted weight yarn, but as far as I have understood, is very soft, very airy yarn. This is a superwash merino. It's a little heavy, a little more dense, but it does becomes a little more soft once is blocked. I did block the body once already because I wanted to see how much it will grow. This is the yarn that I have been using, or this is the yarn that I am using for this sweater. It is in color Blackberry. And yeah, I think I'm going to frog this again. It calls for 2 stitch decreases, and I think I will space these decreases little less, so the decreases will be a little narrower, a little more frequent, but instead of 2, I will decrease 1 at a time. That makes sense. Okay. And my last WIP, or my other WIP, is also a garment. So I'm working through everything. So I have 1 garment that will be one of my 4 categories at the time, and that's my Whitmoor cardigan. I'm not showing it to you today, and the reason is because I have talked about it so many times in previous videos, and I literally haven't done any knitting on it since my last video, so there has been no progress, and I don't want you to get sick of me saying the same things over and over. And that's it for my WIPs. My acquisitions. I am still waiting for my yarn from Manos del Uruguay, which I have ordered through Wool & Company, which is my favorite online store. They had to make special order for me because I ordered 5 skeins, and the ones that they had, where they did have 5, but they were from different dye lots and the colors were too far away from each other. So they said 2 to 3 weeks. And trust me, I'm tracking it. And next Wednesday, today is Saturday, next Wednesday it will be 4 weeks. I haven't gotten an email yet, but I'm not saying that because in any way, I don't know how to explain this, being mad about it or anything. I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to get that yarn and actually feel it in my hands and see how soft it is. The other acquisition that I have, I bought a few balls of mandala gradient from Lion brand. This is 100% acrylic, and I bought it because I want to use it for my squishy shawl that I have shared with you. Actually, let me show it to you. It is, what do you call it? Asymmetrical shawl. Here it is. This is my own pattern, and what I wanted to do is use a yarn that you can readily find here in the States, because this yarn that I have used is from Italy. This is also 100% acrylic. I used 200 grams for this one, and before I write down the pattern, I wanted to make one with 150 grams and see how far you can get with that, and then do one with only 100 grams. So you have an idea how big your shawl will become if you have different yardage or different amount of grams than what the pattern calls for. I hope that makes sense. And I can wait to share this with you. I have ordered more of these, more colors, because I want to make some blankets too. I want a blanket for my nephew, and I am thinking I might make a sweater. I have a favorite sweater that I haven't been wearing much because it's black and it's just full of hair. It's not very nice yarn. It's hard to get rid of all the things that get attached to it. and I wanted to try replicate it, and I didn't want to waste expensive yarn doing that. So I want to try with this yarn and then see how it looks, and then go from there. Okay, and now I think this is all that I wanted to share as of my knitting content. The next 2 episodes that I will do, hopefully I will do once per week, because the next episode that I want to do is everything that I have made in 2025. And the one that I want to do after that is all the things that I want to cast on. And I will most likely already cast those on by the time I get to film that video. Or maybe I'll film it and just release it a little later. And then that way you can see a lot of progress on it in my next regular podcast video. Before I get to the books, I wanted to announce the winner of my little humble giveaway. Let me see. Let me show you what I'm mixing in here. This is the grand amount of 2 people that have commented on my last video. I'm in no way mad about it. I am grateful for every single person that dedicates the time to do it. Okay. This is life. You'll see no cuts through this. You will know before I know. Here we go. All right, Ophelia Bells. Ophelia, please comment with your email or send me a DM on Instagram if you have it, or even send me a private message on Ravelry, so we can figure out how you want me to send you your prize. Thank you for participating. I appreciate it so much. And the last thing that I wanted to share is all the books that I have read in 2025. Let's see. And the funny thing is that this was the first book that I have finished this year. And right now, it's the first book that I have finished in 2025, but I have started it in 2024. And the one that I am reading now is the second book of this series, which I have started at the end of 2025, and I will finish it in 2026. I hope all that rant makes sense. Most of you probably know about Outlander and about the series. The books are wonderful. I love how Diane Gabaldon talks, narrates. She is a wonderful storyteller. Do think that you probably could pick up any book of the series and just read it, because she gives you a background of everything that happens in the first book, just a quick explanation, so you would probably not have many questions. And she also goes thoroughly through the part of the first book, which is this one, that I didn't really enjoy much. So I hope she doesn't keep doing that. Anyway, I do like reading that. I wish it was a little smaller. Even the writing, it's really tiny. So the letters are this tiny. So it's like reading 4 books in one. This one was just a cute little read if you like mystery books. This is one book out of a long series. It's just a cute, easy read. This is a book from 2 Colorado Springs writers. They divided the book. Each of them wrote 1 chapter, and it's really cute. I did enjoy it. Do I think they are mature writers. No, to be 100% honest, I think that they're on their way. I did enjoy the book, but I think that with time they will become better at their craft. That makes sense. Okay. And then I will leave a couple of the books that I have enjoyed the most to the end. I read the first book of the Witcher series. Didn't really enjoy it. I think it's very much a great read for, not to be sexist, but for males more than females, honestly. And I read this book, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This is the second book of the series. I enjoyed the first one. I did not enjoy this one as much. I had a really hard time staying focused on what I was reading. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily her fault, but to put it in one sentence, very slow, fast ending. That makes sense. And The Ghosts of Beatrice Bird from Louise Morgan. This is her last book. All the books that she wrote before were witch themed, and I read all of them. I think this is my favorite book from her. 100%. This was a nice read. I really like this. A little bit of ghost mystery. You don't necessarily know what's going on. She reveals it slowly throughout the book. Female solidarity, friendship, family, home, violence or family violence, a little bit of everything. I really liked it. Okay, my two favorite books that I have read this year. And this one is first book of 2-book series. They're both available and I highly recommend them. I haven't read the second one yet. It is fantasy. It is not boring or drawn out fantasy. Within 2-3 chapters, you know exactly what's going on, what the world is about. Young, but not silly. Not overly pink, romantic, whatnot. Liked it a lot. Well, I can't wait to read the second one. I already have it. I just have other books that I want to read before that. And this one was definitely my number one book this year. The Seed Keeper from Diane Wilson. She is a Native American and she talks about farming, how farming destroyed the waters, the land, and the farming traditions of Native American people. Love it. Pretty much story of going back to your roots and finding yourself and your heritage again. Highly, highly, highly recommend this book. All right, and that's it. Thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to me rambling here. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask them. I will be very happy to help you. Thank you if you subscribe, if you comment, if you like. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. And do let me know what was your favorite book in 2025. I would love to hear it. I would love to put it on my list for 2026. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness. Bye.
lifting all the steam through city streets. It is like a dream. We sway and we move to the rhythm of the night. Underneath the stars, everything's alright. And all I think is unknown. No, I need your heart. Oh, I need your heart. Ooh, you know, I just need your soul. Bell-bottom jeans and platforms high, dancing through the night. We sway and we move to the rhythm of the night. Underneath the stars, everything's alright. And all I think is unknown. No, I need your heart. Oh, I need your heart. Ooh, you know, I just need your soul.